Hi everyone. In this video, we will learn about how pain is sensed and the pathways that mediate pain sensation. We will first start off with some definitions that are commonly used in the pain research field. So, pain refers to the conscious, subjective experience or perception that a person calls pain. Nociception is the physiologic activation of neural pathways by stimuli that are potentially or currently damaging. Proprioception is the awareness of oneself or one's body part relative to their environment. Allodynia occurs when a usually non-painful stimulus now causes pain, which differs from hyperalgesia, which occurs when there is increased sensitivity to a stimuli that normally causes pain. Now, how do we sense pain? This illustration by Descartes in 1664 showed one of the earliest scientific ideas of how pain was transmitted. Here, the fire would pull on some type of line or thread in the foot, which is connected to the brain, passing on the sensation of pain. This idea had some truth to it, as pain sensation does begin in the periphery with free nerve endings, which then transmit the pain signal up to the spinal cord to the brain. Additionally, terminal axons can respond to multiple types or modalities of pain, including mechanical pain, heat, cold, or chemical-induced pain. In this slide, we will examine the synaptic connections that mediate pain signaling. The pain pathway describes a series of synapses from the periphery to the brain. In this example, sensory neurons or primary afferent neurons in the periphery carry the pain signal from the hand to the spinal cord. At this point in the dorsal horn of the spinal cord, the neurons synapse onto second-order neurons that carry the signal up the ascending spinothalamic fibers, where it activates neurons important in pain processing regions of the brain, including the periaqueductal gray and the thalamus, in addition to other brain regions. Looking more closely at the primary afferent fibers, there are three types of fibers that are classified according to their conduction velocity and what stimuli they respond to. So A-beta fibers are fast conducting fibers. They have a very large diameter and they are myelinated. These fibers are found in the periphery and are activated in response to light touch, pressure, or hair movement. A-delta fibers are medium conducting fibers that are thinly myelinated. Activation of these fibers elicits intense and sharp pain and tingling sensations. These respond to intense heat, cold, mechanical, and chemical stimuli. These fibers are found in skin as well as the superficially located organs. Now, C fibers are the slowest conducting, and they are unmyelinated. They are the predominant fibers in the peripheral nerves, and their activation produces a dull, prolonged burning sensation. These fibers also respond to intense heat, cold, mechanical, and chemical stimuli similar to the A-delta fibers. And then these C fibers are found in deep structures, including muscles and joints. So there is an idea that the A-delta and the C fibers carry a dual response or dual sensation of pain. So the A fibers are the first fibers to transmit the sensation of pain, followed by the slower, more dull ache of the C fibers. So what are the actual receptors that cause primary afferent fiber activation? The receptors are numerous, but the prototypical receptor that is taught for pain transmission is the transient vanilloid receptor 1, or TRPV1. Now, there are multiple types of TRP receptors as illustrated here, and these receptors are polymodal, which means that they can be activated in response to many different types of things, including temperature changes, pH changes or protons, voltage sensitivities, as well as environmental factors. And the most famous one is capsaicin, which is found in hot chili peppers, which is why the sensation of eating chilies is similar to the sensation of thermal pain. What's interesting is that prolonged application of capsaicin can actually result in desensitization of the TRPV1 receptor, which can cause a sensation of analgesia. And low-dose topical capsaicin is used in creams and patches for the treatment of arthritis or muscle pain. But as you can see here, different TRP receptors respond to the different temperature ranges as well as different phenomena.